Hello and welcome to a special broadcast tracking COVID-19. I am Nancy Kohli, and in the next half an hour we'll track all the national and international developments on the coronavirus outbreak. Now today the biggest ever evacuation exercise by air and sea route will begin to bring back around 15,000 Indians stranded abroad. All that and much more in the next half an hour, but first the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi participates in the virtual Vesak global celebrations. The Prime Minister salutes the corona warriors around the world for working around the clock to serve humanity during COVID-19 pandemic. Says India is standing firmly in support of everyone who are in need in the country or across the globe. Prime Minister Modi extended his wishes to all on the occasion of Buddha Purnima today. The Prime Minister says Lord Buddha has contributed to the enrichment of Indian civilization and tradition. Says Lord Buddha's message and resolve to reduce the problems of every life has guided the culture of India. Prime Minister Modi calls a meeting of the NDMA in the wake of the situation in Visakhapatnam. A gas leakage had occurred midnight in the polymers factory in the suburbs of Visakhapatnam. The Minister of State G. Kishan Reddy says 5 people reported dead due to the gas leakage. India to begin the biggest evacuation exercise, the Vande Bharat mission from today. Around 15,000 Indians stranded abroad to be brought back. 64 flights and 3 naval ships to ferry the Indian citizens back from 13 countries in a week's time. Only the asymptomatic passengers allowed to travel. (15,266) COVID-19 patients cured and discharged in India. The total active cases of COVID-19 rise to 35,902. The death toll due to pandemic reaches 1,783. Maharashtra and Gujarat remain the worst affected states. The COVID-19 cases across the world rise to over 37 lakh with over 2,63,000 deaths reported so far. US President Donald Trump describes the COVID-19 pandemic as the worst attack ever on the US, with more than 73,000 deaths in the country so far. The death toll in the UK crosses the 30,000 mark. We'll get you all the news on COVID-19, but first we are shifting our focus to some other news. The tragedy that happened early this morning of a chemical gas leakage that was reported at the LG Polymers industry in the R.R. Venkatpuram village in Visakhapatnam. People have been taken to hospital after they complained of burning sensation in eyes and breathing difficulties. Now, Prime Minister Modi has called a meeting of the NDMA in the wake of the situation in Visakhapatnam. And at the situation, the police, fire tender and ambulances had all reached. The NDRF team had also reached the spot for evacuation of the people in the locality. The Visakhapatnam police has registered an FIR against the LG Polymers industry. And let's now go across to our correspondent Sudhakar Das, who's joining us with more inputs on that. Sudhakar, Prime Minister Modi has called a meeting of the NDMA that takes place in 15 minutes from now at 11 this morning. And of course, taking stock of the situation there, of the tragedy that took place early this morning in Visakhapatnam.
प्रधानमंत्री को जैसे इस बात की खबर मिली, वो क्लोजली पूरे सिचुएशन को ना सिर्फ मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं, बल्कि अपनी तरफ से उच्च अधिकारियों को और तमाम लोगों को निर्देश भी दे रहे हैं। जो पूरी स्थिति की जानकारी उन्होंने गृह मंत्रालय और नेशनल डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी से ली है। किस तरह की पूरी स्थिति बनी, किस तरह का ये पूरा घटनाक्रम रहा और अभी क्या मौजूदा स्थिति है, किस तरह से लोगों को मदद पहुंचाई जा रही है, उसमें क्या कुछ और करने की जरूरत है, चाहे रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन हो या फिर जो लोग बीमार पड़े हैं इस घटनाक्रम की वजह से उन तक इलाज की जरूरत पहुंचाने की बात हो। तो उन्होंने अपनी तरफ से निर्देश भी दिए हैं तमाम जानकारियों को लेने के बाद, और पूरी स्थिति की उच्च स्तर से समीक्षा के लिए उन्होंने 11 बजे बैठक बुलाई है, क्योंकि कुछ और भी जरूरतें पड़ सकती है। उस स्थिति में किस तरह से और कदम उठाने की जरूरत होगी। और निश्चित तौर पर हमको पता है कि एनडीएमए की जब बैठक होगी तो उसमें तमाम न सिर्फ विशेषज्ञ, चाहे एनडीआरएफ हो या तमाम जो अन्य विशेषज्ञ, डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट से जुड़े हुए गृह मंत्रालय के अधिकारी, तमाम लोग शिरकत करेंगे। तो बेहद ही महत्वपूर्ण बैठक है। लेकिन साथ ही साथ प्रधानमंत्री ने जो आंध्र प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री हैं जगन रेड्डी, उनसे भी बातचीत की है, पूरी स्थिति की जानकारी उनसे भी ली है। और उन्होंने वो ये भी कहा है कि और भी जो मदद की जरूरत पड़ेगी वो मदद मुहैया कराएंगे। आपको बता दूं, अभी 3 जो एनडीआरएफ की स्पेशल टीम्स है इस तरह के जो एक तरह से कह सकते हैं केमिकल डिजास्टर्स में जिनको ट्रेन किया गया है, तो 3 स्पेशल टीम्स अभी मौजूद है। ना सिर्फ वो पूरी स्थिति का जायजा ले रहे हैं, बल्कि उन्होंने कई लोगों को रेस्क्यू भी किया है, लोगों को अस्पताल वो पहुंचा रहे हैं। तो बेहद ही महत्वपूर्ण है और एक फौरी तौर पर पूरी स्थिति को देखते हुए कार्रवाई की गई है। तो अभी इस वक्त अगर एक तरह से कहा जाए तो रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन अभी भी चल रहा है। जो पूरा इलाका कॉर्डन ऑफ किया गया है, उस पूरे इलाके के आसपास एक एक घर की भी तलाशी ली जा रही है। हर घर तक पहुंच के देखा जा रहा है कहीं कोई बीमार व्यक्ति है कि नहीं है। तो ये थोड़ा सा एक तरह से कह सकते हैं, क्योंकि आज सवेरे की घटना है, तो थोड़ा सा कुछ और वक्त लगेगा जब पूरी और परिस्थितियां साफ होंगी। लेकिन कोशिश ये है कि तेजी से एक्शन हो। जो जरूरतमंद है, जिनको इलाज की जरूरत है, जो बीमार है, उनको अस्पतालों तक पहुंचाया जाए। इसके लिए चाहे डॉक्टर्स हो या तमाम जो अन्य सुविधाएं वहां पर मौजूद रहें। और उस स्थिति का पूरी तरह से एक तरह से कह सकते हैं 11 बजे जब प्रधानमंत्री शीर्ष स्तर पर ये बैठक की अध्यक्षता करेंगे, उसमें समीक्षा की जाएगी। नैन्सी?
Absolutely. So, Sudhakar, our correspondent, telling us that at the moment they're at the spot where, of course, this tragic incident happened in Visakhapatnam. Rescue and relief work is underway. The NDRF is carrying out the rescue operation on a war footing, and that important meeting that's going to be taking place at 11 this morning. Prime Minister Modi has called a meeting of the National Disaster Management Authority, the NDMA, to take stock and to in fact discuss, deliberate what more measures can be taken, what more steps can be taken to make sure that minimum damage and minimum loss of life takes place as a result of that tragedy that's taken place. And in fact, Prime Minister Modi has also spoken with the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy and assured him of all the help and support from the centre. Let's now also go across to our correspondent Suresh, who is also standing by for more developments, for more inputs on the ground situation. Suresh, we understand that the situation has been brought under control, but give us a sense of what you're seeing around you in terms of the relief and the rescue work being carried out.
Yes, Nancy. As per official sources, till now there are 5 deaths reported. As stearine is very harmful gas, it's toxic gas, the deaths may go a bit up. But however, all the precautions are being taken. All those who might have affected has been taken to shifted to hospitals. They were put under ventilators. In King George Hospital, which is the biggest government hospital in Andhra Pradesh, it's in Visakhapatnam, some 100 to 200 people were put on ventilators. Actually, these beds were made ready for COVID patients. However, they were not very significant number in Visakhapatnam. These were being used for these affected people. These ventilators are also being used. Sources say that people are recovering. People are recovering from the the incident happened at 3 a.m. in the morning. Experts say that the toxicity remains in the air within 2 to 3 kilometers, and it will last up to 6 hours. So by 9 a.m. things were a bit under control. People are running.
Okay.
So
you're saying, Suresh, that of course this was a hazardous gas that had leaked early this morning, and of course the air that had made the air toxic and unbreathable for the people there in the locality, in the vicinity, and that's when they had developed the breathing problems, and of course they are being attended to, they are being taken to hospital, and of course they are being taken well care of. But just give us a sense, give us more details of the locality that this was, where this tragedy took place. How many people were living in that vicinity, and what's the number of people who have taken ill after this tragedy are we looking at?
Yeah, nearly 1,500 to 2,000 people are living in that vicinity near the company. Okay. So it's a suburban actually, it's a rural village. It's called Venkatapuram. It comes under Gopalpuram division. So after that village, there are not many people living there. Residences were less. So around 1,500 to 200 people, 1,500 to 2,000 people might have affected. Out of them, 100 to 200 are severely affected. So all those were put under ventilators.
Okay. And
doctors say they're recovering. They're coping up. I mean, they're coming out of this unconsciousness situation, and most people are recovering.
Well, we do hope that all of them recover and recover fast and get back to a healthy condition as earlier. But give us some more inputs as to how really this operation is going on, because Sudhakar, our correspondent, also shared with us a while back that, you know, people, the police and of course the NDRF is visiting the homes of the people there and making sure that everyone residing in those houses is safe and has not been affected by this chemical gas leak. So what's happening on that front?
NDRF and district administration responded very swiftly. 3 o'clock this mishap happened. 4:30, by 4:30 everyone has reached the spot. So they were able to evacuate most of the people, but still doubts remain in district administration whether some people have been locked up in their houses. So they're doing door-to-door survey.
So are more announcements taking place, more awareness, you know, being carried out to tell people that they should not venture out, they should not come out because there's unbreathable toxic air near them and they should remain inside their houses? Is more awareness being spread on this front?
Yeah. But however, the toxicity is within 2-3 kilometers. The people who are there in the 2-3 kilometers radius were already evacuated. So rest of the city is fine as of now. And Prime Minister is going to take a meeting at 11 a.m. In Delhi.
Yes.
Chief Minister is going to visit Visakhapatnam. He already started from Vijayawada and is reaching in 40-50 minutes to Visakhapatnam. Then based on the review, they will take a decision.
Okay, and what do we know about the cause of behind this tragedy, and have the ones who own this industry, the owners, have they been nabbed? Because you know, we understand that an FIR has been registered against this industry, the polymers industry. But what do we know about the cause and the owners of this industry?
Yeah, it's a private company, LG Polymers it is called, and it's South Korean company. It is there in the place from long time. Okay. But this kind of gas leakage never happened there. But after lockdown, they were preparing for reopening. They got the permission for reopening also. So they might not have, officials say that they might not have taken proper precautions while opening the company after lockdown. So this leakage might have happened because of the improper safety measurements which they need to take while restarting the machines.
Okay.
And
sure.
Apart from that, locals also say that there were no complaints against this company from long time, because it's there from 30 to 40 years. Okay. They are happy with it, but they never expected this kind of thing. Okay. So an FIR also was registered by Police Commissioner Visakhapatnam, and
all right.
There'll be
okay. All right, Suresh. Well, thanks very much for joining us for the moment and sharing those inputs on that tragedy that's taken place early this morning of a chemical gas leakage in Visakhapatnam. There, of course, people have taken ill. They are being treated at the hospital, and the NDRF and of course the police carrying out relief and rescue operation there on a war footing. Prime Minister Modi is going to be taking a meeting of the NDMA to take stock of the situation there in Visakhapatnam, and of course the centre has assured of all help and assistance to the state government there. We'll keep tracking all the developments on that front, but we are moving on once again to our reports on COVID-19 outbreak, and let's first begin with reports on Ground Zero. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today participated in the virtual Vesak global celebrations and delivered the keynote address on the occasion of Buddha Purnima. Prime Minister Modi extended praise for observing this festival as Press Week, dedicating it to the health workers and other such people fighting the COVID-19 pandemic the world over. He also expressed hope that we will be able to bring humanity out of this tough challenge and reduce the problems of people with coordinated efforts.
बुद्ध वो है जो स्वयं को तपाकर, स्वयं को खपाकर खुद को न्योछावर करके पूरी दुनिया में आनंद फैलाने के लिए समर्पित है। और हम सभी का सौभाग्य देखिए, इस समय हम अपने आसपास ऐसे अनेकों लोगों को देख रहे हैं जो दूसरों की सेवा के लिए, किसी मरीज के इलाज के लिए, किसी गरीब को भोजन कराने के लिए, किसी अस्पताल में सफाई के लिए, किसी सड़क पर कानून व्यवस्था बनाए रखने के लिए चौबीसों घंटे काम कर रहे हैं। भारत में, भारत के बाहर ऐसा प्रत्येक व्यक्ति, विश्व के हर कोने में ऐसा प्रत्येक व्यक्ति अभिनंदन का पात्र है, नमन का पात्र है। कि भारत निस्वार्थ भाव
Prime Minister Modi assured that India stands strongly with the world in these times of crisis. He added that this is the reason that many countries remembered India during the pandemic. And terming Buddha as a symbol of both realization of India and self-realization of India, Prime Minister Modi said India is working in the interest of the world and would continue doing so for humanity. Moving on now, Dr. Sanjay Pandey, the professor of Department of Neurology at GB Pant Hospital, has said that COVID-19 has neither any preventive medicine nor treatment. He further added that people should take medicine which are only prescribed by the doctor.
For coronavirus, neither there is a preventive medicine nor there is a treatment. So the best prevention is social distancing and keeping the hygiene. There are many medicines which are being tried, but it's very important that many of the medicines have its own side effects. So unless until you are not prescribed by the doctor, it's important not to take those medications just on the basis of some news reports or some media reports. So you have to be very, very cautious.
Important suggestion there by the doctor as far as tackling COVID-19 is concerned. And with that, it's a wrap on tracking COVID-19 for the morning today. Thanks very much for being with us.